Tim, who was her trainer as well. Through that interaction, we discussed doing my first show. He ended up taking me on as a client, and then through the development of that relationship, he had realized that there's a lot more potential with me and what I have to offer as a trainer, and it just so happened that he was opening up a place, he needed trainers, he wanted something different, he wanted something that he was very, very proud of, and asked me to help him with that.
Yeah, it's called Motivate, and it's MOTIV, and then the number 8.
Correct.
And it's Functional and Personal Training Studio.
Yes.
It's over there at 3300 Monroe Avenue. It's the Lowers Building. Danger will probably know this landmark. It's underneath Taylor's Nightclub. Are you familiar with that?
I know where it is. I've
Never heard of it.
I've never been to Taylor's, but
I've
I
never
know.
been there either.
Yeah, I know where that
Dave,
is.
have you been there?
It's
I heard
the
it's
one
kind of a
place.
show.
It's the one place that a man can feel like a woman.
I don't know what that means.
Let me tell you.
Are you talking
Get
about
looked at,
Motivate, or are you talking about Taylor's nightclub?
No, Taylor's.
Because I'm familiar with Bounce It Out, which I believe is right around the corner
Yes,
from
Bounce
me.
It
I'm
Out's
more
in the back of
familiar
that
with
building.
that area than I am with what goes on at Taylor's.
Yeah, I've seen Taylor's. I've gone in there at the Arthritis Foundation has their office in there. They used to run the marathon, so I've been there as a volunteer many times. But never been in Taylor's, and apparently a man can feel like a woman
Well,
at
think
Taylor's.
about it. They go there, they get hit on, they get beautiful women all over them, and they
cougars.
get drinks bought for them.
Yes,
Is that how it
That's,
works over
that's
there?
a woman.
I did not know
A
that.
woman can go to a bar and pretty much get drunk and leave with more money in her pocket than when she left with, and that's what Taylor's does for the male population. It's perfect.
All right then.
That's
Well,
a promo. That's
Yeah,
I'm gonna go in with my
that's the
safety
best
orange
promotion.
hunting gear, cougar hunting.
There you go.
Let's go.
Well, we just gave them a 60-second plug there. But so you're underneath there, you pull along the side, you go in there, and I've been over there. It's a pretty cool place. You've got some equipment that you would see in a traditional gym. You've got a circuit of weights, and then you've got like rigs set up that you would see in a CrossFit box. So you've got a little bit of both. Tell us a little bit about your training sessions over there. They're not classes. You're running group sessions over there where you're kind of combining styles. Tell us about that.
It's group fitness training. So essentially, it's personal training that you're getting from me. It just happens to be with a limit of 5 individuals. I run a morning, a midday, and then evening training sessions. The hour is broken up into usually 3 different sections. One being an active warm up, another being kind of a skill or a strength or something for the day to be a challenge, and then usually ending up with some kind of cardio aspect, metabolic conditioning, body sculpting, something of that nature. So it's a hybrid of almost any fitness routine that you're going to see out right now.
Okay, so I mean, CrossFit's not the owner of that format. A lot of boxes program in a similar fashion. We have a program at the Downtown Fitness Club. It's not CrossFit. It's not bodybuilding. It combines elements of both, but programmed very similarly. In fact, you've come in and helped us with a couple classes.
Yeah.
They're asking when you're coming back, by the way.
I should come back.
Yeah, you should, just for a little guest appearance, but they're still talking about that. What kind of clients do you have over there? Who's coming over to Motivate? Who are you working with over there? Do you have a target demo, or do you have everyone from like 70-year-olds down to teenagers?
I have probably some of the best clients that I could ask for. They are from a different gamut of locations. I have some people from Greece. I have people from the Pittsburgh area. I have people from Victor. All of them have come to seek me out for not only myself as a trainer, but also my expertise in what I know, having done this for so long. I think a lot of them have come to us as well just because they feel comfortable with a smaller group environment. I think people get lost in gyms, whether it's because they don't know what they're doing, or it comes because of intimidation, or they're stagnant with what they've been doing for years, and it just hasn't worked for them, and they're looking for something new, they're looking for a flavor, and they're looking for someone to not only work out with, but also I think make them feel better about themselves. I think leave with a sense of accomplishment after every training session. And
You're kind of a hard ass. I mean, from my personal experience with you, most of it revolves around you yelling at me. How do you make them feel good about themselves while being a hard ass? Think about that for a second. Danger wants to do a plug.
No, answer and then I'll do the plug.
Okay, we'll take that part out. Yeah, how do you make people feel good when you're really pushing them in the way that, the style that you're
You know
known for?
what, because I absolutely believe in their capabilities, and I would not be pushing them if I didn't know that they were capable of more than what they think they can do. That's why.
You believe in
I
them.
think absolutely.
We're talking with We're talking with Ava Hlebowicz today on Fitness Edge Radio and Sports Radio 950 ESPN. She's a certified badass, also certified CrossFit trainer, champion bikini competitor, professional firefighter, and unicorn.
Yes, and powerlifter,
Yes.
powerlifting unicorn. I see a T-shirt in the future. Talk to us about your training a little bit. CrossFit. I asked you if you're going to do the Catalyst Games. You're like, no, I'm not going to do that. Do you have any CrossFit style competitions in your future, or is that on the sidelines for now?
I'm currently doing a program for strongman. It's with Brandon Morrison of LiftBigEatBig.com. He does a lot of programming for several pretty good athletes. So he took me on as part of his clientele. So I'm doing primarily his programming for the last month or so, which just means a lot of eating and a lot of lifting.
Sure. Now, they just had a strongman competition over at RIT. Did you go over for that? Did
I
you
wasn't
go and watch
able
it?
to, no,
I
I was
wasn't able
working.
to either, and my son had an AAU basketball game, and I was sorry I missed it. But I saw some video. Matthew Higgins, he's on Facebook, is
Yeah.
old Matty Higgins.
Yeah.
He's like an Army dude, 82nd Airborne badass himself. He's done some programming for me over at the gym. I have video of him running back and forth on this track carrying like a yoke. He's carrying like these kind of barbells, and then he's carrying a keg just running back and forth. I mean, is that, you're just picking up heavy stuff and running around with it in strongman? Is that what it is, or is it, there's more to it
I
than
think
that?
there's different flavors of strongman. If you look at the circuit, it's significantly different than what the CrossFit hybrid of strongman is. This is the stuff that I do with Brandon is strongman specific with a little bit of lifting and then a little bit of bodybuilding, but founded with the old school training programs of true strongman.
Well, Eugene Sandow, who the Olympia trophy, we talked about that with the Tomasi's, that's fashioned after. They used to, they had this thing called the bent press, B-E-N-T. You'd pick up a barbell in a single hand. They used to fill it with lead shot, hundreds of pounds. You'd pick it up with one arm, and you would actually get underneath it and then hoist it up. I mean, they did crazy stuff like that. Are you talking that old school?
Yeah,
like
some of
leopard
that stuff.
skin,
It's
one...
Zercher carries, things like that. Yeah, a lot of there's a different flavor, I think, to almost every kind of fitness program or fitness competition. A lot of this stuff is somewhat of the older school, big Atlas domes, big deadlifts, big squats, but also a little bit more refined. I think more refined with what we know nowadays and accessory movements that help build core stabilities and things like that.
So you're not just blowing out your back or having hernias and stuff like that.
Have you met any
Find it.
competitors named Magnus? I just feel like they're all
Yeah,
named
Magnus
Magnus.
Magnuson.
Yes, yeah,
World's
yes.
strongest man.
They
I
just
still watch that from time to time. I love that.
It's
that
great. It's
competition.
compelling TV.
It
It's
is.
hard not to watch.
Now, I did just go to the RPS powerlifting meet 2 weeks ago. That was over at Victory Baptist Church over there in Henrietta. I don't think I saw you, but I was only there for a little bit. I met did you see my picture with the guy who bench pressed 1,000 pounds?
I was just laughing. She said, "I don't think I saw you," and Ava goes, "Yes." She's under her breath, like, "Yes, I avoided him."
I'd be chasing her with my video camera. But anyway, powerlifting. You did a powerlifting meet. Give us your totals. What's your, it's
believe-
bench, it's squat, and it's deadlift. What's
I
your three lift
did
totals?
not get to do that.
You didn't?
No, that was gonna be the same day. So
Oh.
I did not. I did Olympic lifting.
Oh, Olympic, okay.
Yeah, I did an Olympic lifting
My
meet
bad.
back in, I believe now, November.
Let's quiz Danger. Danger, what are the two lifts of the Olympic lifts?
Oh, okay. The deadlift.
And
I don't know. What?
the
Clean and jerk.
snatch. There you go. Clean and jerk and the
Snatch.
bingo.
Okay.
So what were your lifts in those two?
56 kilos for my snatch, and then.
You're gonna make me do math here. 56 times 2.2. Let's see. That's 112 plus 11. So you're looking at 123 pounds.
Then that's wrong. Maybe it's 53.
Okay.
It was,
Well,
it was about 115 pounds.
this is from the
for
floor
the
to
snatch.
overhead in one
Correct.
explosive movement.
Yes, yep. And
Okay.
then a 165-pound clean and jerk.
165 pound.
Yes.
You translated that for us to save us from thinking. Thank you.
I did.
That's pretty impressive. So, so you do Olympic lifting, you missed the powerlifting, you probably would do that. Strongman, CrossFit, you didn't do the open qualifier this year, right?
I did not.
Okay. In the future, you're not ruling it out?
I don't think I'll do it. I
No?
don't think I need to.
Moving away from
There's
that?
no, there's,
Done with it?
I don't believe in a comparison amongst me and other athletes. I'll still do the workouts. I think they're great in regards to the community idea of being able to see where you are in your fitness level compared to hundreds of thousands of people now across the world. But it's the top 40 for individuals and the top teams. That's your full-time job. I think you've become a true athlete, sponsored athlete if you're getting into the games now.
Sure, it's big now. What do you think about this professional fitness league that they're coming out with? It's kind of seeming like a direct competitor to CrossFit. They're forming these teams in different cities. Have you seen anything like that?
I actually have not. I haven't heard about it, no.
That would have been a good debate right there. I think you'd have some interesting opinions. Look that up. It's a professional fitness league. I'll send you a link on it. So what's the real deal? Do you just get bored easily with fitness? I mean, do you keep bouncing back and forth? Do you train in all of these styles simultaneously? What's your relationship with fitness?
I love it. I think that there is so many things out there that work, that I want to try them all. But I think also in regards to what my focus is now, I need to make sure that my training style is appropriate for what I'm hoping to achieve out of it, or what my goals are. So I think that that's probably the most important thing as of right now. Picking one style of programming that's going to work, seeing it through, seeing the results, get to the finished product, and then reevaluate and see, did it work, did it not work, and how can I modify it. I think there's a constant battle amongst different philosophies of training that I think there's a happy medium, there's better ways, there's worse way of doing things. I'm trying to figure out what's going to work best for me, and what is going to keep me happy and satiated and let me continue on with this path as I learn about myself, about my clients, about the fitness industry.
And it sounds like you're still finding that out. You're on that quest.
It's hard for me to put the blinders on, because there are so many things out there that I think are great, that I want to try, that I want to do, I want to experience. But I think right now it would be good for me to hone down with this idea of I'm going to train for one thing, not necessarily for everything, but do a specific program for myself to attain my goals, and then once my goals are attained, I can reevaluate and see where the next road leads.
Well, speaking for the entire fitness community of Rochester, we're happy to watch you on your journeys. It's interesting, to say the least, to see all the things that you're getting hit. By the way, are you doing the bench press competition at the NPC? I know your partner, Tim, is going to be doing that. Are you signing up for that? This is where you bench press your weight as many times as you can. It's sort of like an NFL combine, just in the bench press over at Jim Raquel's show, Mr. Rochester. Are you going to do the bench press contest there? Did I just reveal something? You were keeping it a secret. I think I've figured out your style. Fly under the radar.
There may or may not be a girl in a bikini doing a bench press competition. We'll see. We'll see. There's an offer on the table, so we will evaluate if
We might have broken a story here, Major.
Breaking news on Fitness Edge Radio.
Man, we are real journalists.
You're better than Barbara Walters.
I don't know about that. Now, you're also a model. Since we last interviewed you, you were featured in 585 magazine. Have you picked that up in Wegmans? Yeah, I can't say it. Wegmans yet?
It gets sent to my house. I am a subscriber
I'm
of
a subscriber
585
as well. I
magazine.
subscribed.
Leah and the crew over there, they do a great job.
They do, 585 magazine. Check it out. But you were like, it was a fashion shoot. You had like this hairdo all done. You had some nice clothes on, more than I'm used to seeing you in. But it was good nonetheless. What's your modeling plans going forward? What do you got in the future?
I would love to continue to do it. I would love to continue to do it, and again, I think that's why the being, not necessarily show ready, but being fit year round and being able to have the opportunity to kind of do stuff like this as it comes around is a great opportunity for me. I love the idea of being put in these kind of situations and getting photos, and really I think the articles that are associated with them and the reasons why these pictures come out is pretty unique in regards to, you see a photo of a woman, and the specific article that I did was strong is the new glam. So it was an
Yes.
offshoot of, what is sexy, what is glamorous, what is beauty nowadays. And I think the society has kind of gone a little bit away from, its skinny runway model to, I think we do appreciate women of power and of strength, not necessarily in personality, but also in regards to actual physical condition. So that to me was probably the take home point, is that I was able to be a model for what beauty and strength is in today's society, and what I hope that we can continue to cultivate as a fitness community, especially here in Rochester, where I think we are now shifting from, it's not about losing weight and not eating anything and looking really, really good in a bikini, to, you're active, you're physically fit, and you still look good, and people still recognize that. People recognize muscles on a woman as not grotesque or anything like that, but as something that is appealing to the eye.
You're challenging the norm, what we accept as the norm. it sounds
I
like.
hope that
You're
that's
into
not
that.
the case. I want it to be the norm. I don't want it to be the unnatural thing anymore.
Now,
So-
I'm curious your take on danger. Did you see this woman who wanted to be in Shape magazine? Did you see this? Social
No.
media? They would not put her in a bikini in the story because she had loose skin hanging off of her that was, well, I guess a lot of people would say was grotesque looking. So they made her put clothes on to feature her in Shape magazine. Did you see that, Ava, at all?
No, but
I mean, she's
that's-
challenging, she's
Mhm.
doing, in a way, she's doing what you're doing, she's challenging the norm. She's saying, okay, this is what is being foisted upon us as the image of beauty or health, and this is really, I've lost over 100 pounds, and here's the reality. I've got all this skin hanging on me, it was kind of hanging around the abdomen. I'll send you guys the link, but, do you think that's fitness? Do you think that is the new norm too? Is that okay?
I truly believe, you know what, I am okay with how, I want women to be happy with themselves and be happy with their bodies and be happy in their own expression of that. And whether it's they're a little bit fuller, whether they're skinny, as long as they're happy with themselves, that's the most important thing. Because I think we are so critical of what we define ourselves as, how people view us.
True.
And I never want that. I never want someone to say to me, to come to my gym and say, this is what I want to look like. I want you to make me skinny, and I want you to make me look like this body type. Because I don't want that person as a client, because I will never give them what they want. So for someone to be happy with themselves and someone to be happy with the accomplishments and their hard work and sweat that they've put in, that to me does more than whatever Shape magazine wants to say.
Yeah, I just found it interesting, and I posted it on the Fitness Edge Radio Facebook page for people to chime in on, and I think like 1,500 people looked at it, and 5 people liked it. 2 people liked it, 1 person commented. Amanda Valentine actually commented on it.
Oh,
Put a
good friend of
post on
mine,
it.
yes.
Yeah, she came in and she posted another link to a woman who's posted pictures of herself similar to that with the loose skin and everything. So not many people had a lot to say. I was just curious what your take on it was. I thought it was great. I thought it was very brave of the woman, and I think Shape magazine should be ashamed of themselves for saying, hey, this is not the image of fitness that we want to portray. They should be open-minded and put that out there and let the readers judge. Or maybe they're just worried about their subscription and their advertiser rates. Anyway, I've taken up all the time. And what might be the worst segue in the history of radio, I brought donuts. You love donuts, right? Do you have a favorite donut? We've got some chocolate, we've got some vanilla. What's your favorite donut? You love a place at the public market. Give them a plug before we go out of this segment.
I would love to tell everyone to get a donut from Duke's Donuts, either on Thursday morning or Saturday morning at the Rochester Public Market.
Duke's Donuts,
Duke's
you heard it
Donuts.
from Ava. I have taken up all of our time. I'm gonna turn it over to Danger, but before I do, we've got a treat for our Fitness Edge radio listeners. We had an emergency cancellation for our second guest, so we're gonna rerun episode 3, Ava's original interview. It's gonna be 1 solid hour of Ava today on Fitness Edge Radio.
Rochester is not ready.
No.
Not ready.
1 hour of Ava. Well, we love having you
Not
on the
enough,
show.
not enough time.
There is never enough, and we love having you on the show, so thank you again for coming in today. I'm gonna turn it over to Danger to take it out, like he always does.
Come back again soon, okay?
I would love to if you'll have me.
Best of luck in the future. It's Ava Hlebowicz on Fitness Edge Radio. We're a show created to push you past your previous limits to achieve fitness goals that you once thought were impossible. If you'd like more, if you'd like to be a guest on Fitness Edge Radio, you can find us on Facebook, or you can contact us at our website, fitnessedgeradio.com. That website also, you can listen to our entire library of podcasts and hear what's happening in the world of fitness right here in Rochester, New York. Eva Hlebowicz, next with more on Fitness Edge Radio. And remember, life's tough. Get fit.
Nice job.
Sweet.
Yeah, you're in when we go live.
I would love to.
You're a little cerebral for Danger and I. You think a lot. I like
I
that.
do. I get lost in a moment.
It's all right. You're not just a hot chick. You're an ugly.
I'm not
You're an
sorry.
ugly. You're an ugly brainiac in a hot chick's body,
Poor me.
and we're not mad about that. Did you want a vanilla one? It's the only vanilla one there, and I've got 4 chocolates.
Oh God, I can't do chocolate.
Okay, you got the vanilla. I touched it, but I washed my hands before I came. I swear. I like the double chocolate.
Cheers.
Going the other way.
Here's my donut.
Nice job by you. Thank you again.
Nice work.
Can we do this every Thursday?
Yeah.
I'll have Duke's plug right here. They'll
They do
take
a
us
food
to
truck?
the window. They have like a little mobile unit.
Hmm.
But
Now, does he only do like the fried cakes? Is that, does he do any cream filled or anything
Mm-mm.
like that?
he just does regular donuts, and he does apple cider, which are diabolical.
Apple cider donuts?
Mm-hmm.
How's he do that? Just mix it up in the batter and
Mm-hmm.
deep fry it? Very cool.
Yeah, they're pretty terrible.
So you got your fried cake, you got your like white powdered sugar, and you got your cinnamon, which is what my grandma used to buy.
Yeah, but they're made right there. I will bring you some. Don't worry. I'll show what I'm doing Saturday.
I stopped there. He was out. He was scraping the pan. I go, dude, come on, you gotta have 6 donuts laying around. He's like, I wouldn't lie to you, man. I'm like,
He's getting slammed. It's awesome. He's originally from Buffalo. He
I
drives
saw
here.
that. I looked him up on.
Yeah, he drives here, and he does the Bills games.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Probably blows it out there.
Oh God.
There's nothing better than fried cakes when you're hammered.
My father wants to sell hot beer.
What?
It's a Polish thing. Polish people drink hot beer, and they usually put some kind of spices in it, or like a raspberry syrup, and then they serve it hot, and it's really good. It
That
sounds
is-
so
It
gross.
sounds like maybe
But
like
how
a full
perfect would that
one
be, like,
with
when
an orange in
there's
it.
winter, like when it's winter and it's cold, you want something warm.
Oh.
You don't want to drink coffee, because that's just a waste of bladder space.
Right.
So.
You can do a 5-hour energy and get the caffeine, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is your caffeine delivery system of choice? You
I will say,
Like
I have
pre-workout?
blood in my caffeine stream,
Right.
first and foremost.
So you just
I'm a
all the
Star
time.
Schmucks kind of girl.
Ah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, although I went to Four
I heard
the
about
other
that
day,
place.
it's great.
I heard it's really good.
Really, yeah, just expect a 20-minute wait to get your coffee.
Yeah, that's not gonna fly. Not gonna do it.
It's worth it.
Mm-mm.
I will tell
I get
you.
mad if they don't have it right at the window at
Here's
Tim
it.
Hortons or Dunkin'.
I'm more than satisfied with my bulletproof coffee every morning.
Oh, that's right.
You
love
do it.
Oh, I do it. I've been doing it for almost a year.
Oh,
No, over a year.
do you do the ghee?
I've
But
been doing Kerrygold, but I heard the ghee is really good too. That it almost makes your coffee taste like caramel.
They say if you blend it,
I wonder
in the
how much
blender,
we
it'll
actually
come
captured
out
of this.
like a latte.
No, that's what I do. I take Kerrygold butter,